Hello everybody, welcome to this very special video today. I don't make a video like this in particular. Unfortunately, we have just learned some sad and very, very unfortunate news within the department store sector today. We have just learned that a very old classic department store chain headquartered in New York City will be beginning liquidation sales immediately after this pandemic is over. And unfortunately, I hate to report this news, guys, but Lord & Taylor, one of the most oldest and iconic department store chains within the New York City metropolitan area, will be closing once restrictions are lifted. This was literally just reported today. So if anybody is in Lord & Taylor right now, please get started on your resumes as soon as possible. This is a very unfortunate scenario. I mean, this is just very unfortunate. So we got an article here from Redders. I don't know how you pronounce it. Lord & Taylor to liquidate its stores as soon as they reopen. Vulnerable U.S. retailer Lord & Taylor plans to liquidate inventory in its 38 department stores once restrictions are lifted to curb the spread of the coronavirus are lifted as it braces for bankruptcy process from which it does not expect to reemerge, people familiar with the matter said on Tuesday. Lord & Taylor prepares to liquidate its inventory as soon as its stores can reopen, offering a window into the grim future of a high-profile retailer. A storied department store chain founded in 1826, billed as one of the oldest in the United States, that does not expect to survive the pandemic's economic fallout. On Monday, J. Crew Group, another company, unfortunately, that filed for bankruptcy protection with a plan to avoid liquidation. Retailers that pursue a liquidation hold a going-out-of-business sales in order to generate cash, and their stores often becoming magnets for consumers looking for bargains. Lord & Taylor is holding off on a bankruptcy filing and a subsequent liquidation until it can reopen its stores to attract the shoppers, according to sources who spoke on the condition of anonymity. Lord & Taylor has lined up its liquidators to help run its going-out-of-business sales and is grinding to permanently close all of its stores once the merchandise is sold. Some sources said the retailer has been exploring filing for bankruptcy among other options, including trying to negotiate relief from creditors and finding additional financing. The sources said that it remained possible that external funding or some other intervention could rescue Lord & Taylor, and asked not to be identified because the liquidation preparations are confidential. Lord & Taylor obviously did not respond to requests for comment. Its stores primarily in the northern United States, which were hit hard by the pandemic, making the exact timing of the bankruptcy hard to find plan. Sources said Lord & Taylor also stores in the Chicago area and Florida. Hudson Bay kept the owner, Lord & Taylor. Tote, which is the owners, declined to comment, and Hudson Bay did not comment. So it's a shame. Yeah. So my takeaway from this is this is a very huge loss when the stores start to open up. I think the biggest elevator loss out of all this is probably going to be Lord & Taylor in downtown Westfield at this point. I mean, I will try to get as many of the Lord & Taylor stores as I can. No promises. Definitely Rockaway. When obviously it comes. Now, this could very well happen in phases, or this could just happen altogether. I mean, it's probably going to happen altogether at this point in time, but I mean, this is very sad. This is an iconic American institute that is going out of business because of a pandemic, which is just insane. So, I mean, I knew it was going to happen sooner than later. I think a lot of people thought that the process was going to be much slower. But unfortunately, that does not seem to be the case. And once everything is reopened again, Lord & Taylor is just going to go right into liquidation, which is incredibly sad. For any of my viewers who work at Lord & Taylor right now, I would strongly suggest you get your resume updated as soon as possible and start looking for another job to apply to. Start looking now while everybody's inside, because number one, you're going to be thrown right into liquidation sales. And after that, you are going to be out of a job. So anybody who is working at Lord & Taylor right now, I strongly suggest you start looking at other stores to work at, because once the pandemic is over, you're going to be thrown right into liquidation sales, and then it's going to be bye-bye for Lord & Taylor. So this is very unfortunate. I literally just saw this on Facebook today, and I knew right away I had to get this video out there. But I'll give you guys a link to a couple of the articles about this. I mean, this is big news. Definitely a huge loss for the department store industry, and definitely some classic and vintage Lord & Taylor elevators that are going away. It's very sad. So yeah, guys, thank you again for watching this video. I hope you all are staying well and safe. I'm glad to be doing one of these videos again, but this isn't your traditional closing video. I mean, I'm not going to go over every single location. Maybe once it gets closer. What they could very well do too is they could do it in a couple of phases, but or they could just do it all together. It all depends on how the situation is dealt with. So, anyways, guys, that's about going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and that will be it.